and welcome to episode number 70 of the LowerBitrate Podcast. Hello.
Hello.
First and foremost, thank you for listening, wherever you're listening. Appreciate that very much. LowerBitrate.com is your one-stop shop for all of the feet pics, Amazon wish lists, and OnlyFans. And then there might be a Twitter on there too, so go check it out. Discord link is on there. Every Monday we watch a movie. It ranges in variety. Who knows? Good, bad, sad, funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's all there. This past
Mostly
Monday
good.
Mostly good, yeah. This past Monday we watched nothing. It's okay.
Look, we had something come up. You
Yeah.
know, like
Life happens. So we're not going to talk about a movie this week. We will postpone 42 for another time. It would have been perfect, but shit happens. What do you want? It was Jackie Robinson Day fairly recently. The MLB game just came out, I think, today when we're recording this, but there was a funky Jackie Robinson edition that came out on the 16th, which
that's
I bought.
cool.
Because I need games to play on the PlayStation. So yeah, we'll postpone that. Chadwick Boseman is great. We'll watch it eventually. Next week, however, we're going to be watching Mortal Kombat, the remake, remaster, reboot. I don't know what it is, but we're watching it. With that said, how was your week?
My week was all right, thank you. Yeah, doing okay. Cleaning out my house because I'm moving in June. I'm staying in Austin. Don't worry. So that's been taking up most of my time. But I have been watching things on HBO, like comedy. I can't remember the name of it, but it was the show with Steve Buscemi and Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter. Very funny. So I watched a little bit of that. It's turned into like just each episode being its own kind of little sketch, which is totally fine because I think they're funny. Stopped watching Plebs because you had to have ads, so I haven't watched that again, even though I thought that was an excellent comedy. Oh my goodness. I haven't played any more of my Toad's Fury, aka Bowser's Fury, because I'm at the end of the game and I don't want it to end. I'm enjoying the Mario side of it so much. So as usual, I like drop the game right as I get to the game ending part. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about that. Yeah, just watching stuff, not playing very much stuff. How about you? How was your week?
I'm going to skip my entire week discussion. It's been a hard couple of weeks. It's been a hard year. And I want to use this time to speak to people and say it's okay to not be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mental health is important. You should take care of yourself. Talk to people. I'll leave some stuff in the description if you feel like that applies to you. That is it for my week. Side note, games I've been playing. We'll talk about the main one in the next little segment. But I did buy the MLB game.
Okay.
Interesting. You ever heard of a person named Trevor Bauer?
No.
He's a pitcher. He's a Major League Baseball pitcher. He makes YouTube videos.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like as what it is to be a MLB pitcher. And it is like a weird concoction of two worlds merging. Like your typical fuckboy vlogger and then, an elite athlete or someone who gets paid millions of dollars. You get a really, I wouldn't say candid look at what it's like to be someone like that, but I find his videos very interesting. So I bought the MLB game. I bought the Jackie Robinson edition because I wanted to play it early because of a major fuck up that happened on Friday with another company. More on that in a little bit. And I've
Okay.
been having fun. Yeah, it's one of those games where I don't give a shit about playing competitively online. Don't care about your stick skill or whoever you are, you know, 69 420 fucked your mom XX online. I don't care.
Jesus.
I don't care. I just want to play through the story with my own character, and that's what I've been doing and having fun. Now,
Okay.
is it $70 worth, or what was it, $85 I paid for the game to get it early? No. Are PS5 games worth $70? No. Moving on. So we talked about Path of Exile,
Yeah.
and I said that initially I said I wasn't going to play because I was kind of burnt out, but I listened to their presentation and I was like, you know what? They've changed enough and nerfed enough things that I might feel like the game that I remember playing, 4 years ago, right? So
Okay.
I decided I wanted to play. What a fucking joke that was. Because, oh man. So I was getting snacks for the gaming day, and it was around maybe one something. And I was looking on Twitter after I got out of the supermarket, and the queues were open. I'm like, fuck. So I get home. I'm 25,000 in the queue. 2 hours to go. A little bit less than 2 hours to go. So I'm getting prepared, making sure everything's squared up. So take a shower so I don't get mud butt sitting here for,
Oh,
8 hours. And the queue starts opening at 4 p.m. This has been the slowest queue I've ever seen in my life. Everything went wrong. And couple on something was wrong with the game itself or the servers or something. And they couldn't figure it out. Now let's couple this with what they tried to do this league. They were paying content creators to play their game in 2 hour blocks. They had people like Shroud play their game for 2 hours. That is, if you could just do rough math on that, that's roughly anywhere from 5 to 15 grand to get this person to play your game.
whoa.
And
That's a lot of money.
that is a lot of money. And okay, I have no problem with people being played people being paid to play games. I have no problem with this. I do have a problem when you have hundreds of thousands of people in the queue and you give Shroud and whoever else, it's not even Shroud's fault. He's just the streamer. It's the company's fault. They give them priority queue to get in. So this is a compounding issue. First at the top, you have the queue being slow. Then you have people being paid. Subnote, they have priority queue, right? These are people that really don't play Path of Exile at all and are just there for the eyes, for the people that are going to be watching them regardless, so that they can join their game and give them money. I have no problem with this, but when you couple those two factors in, it's a little fucked up. And then under that, you have the mainstay people, right? So Grinding Gear Games has their mainstay people, Zizarin, Steel Mage, all these people that play their game religiously. They're the people in the community, right? These are the
Right.
people that are, consulted when they want to change things, or they reach out to them when they want to reach the core community that play the game religiously. They get priority queue. Guess what? They didn't ask for it. And then there's another streamer that he will remain nameless. I will not say his name, but he plays in a group. I understand giving priority queue to a streamer, not giving it to all his friends as well to play the game. That just didn't sit well with me. And to couple that on, the servers were so bad, it took me 8 hours to get to Act 4.
Jeez.
Act 4 is an hour and a half tops for me. Maybe. It took me 4 hours to get there. And then their updates were so stupid. They had an update where they said, "Hey, here's an update to tell you that we have no update." What? Just don't say anything at all. In my opinion, I believe that the game should have been rolled back. They should have come back the next day, restarted the league, and their excuse was, well, not officially, but what people were saying were people took time off to play this game. I'm like, okay, cool. How far did they get? Because the game kept crashing. What that means is, and why I'm so upset, is because they tout that it is a free and fair league start, right? Like everybody's on a level playing field and you control your destiny, right? If you can get up there with, no problem on your own, everybody's no server issues, congratulations. You're a virgin. What do you want me to say? There's nothing I could do, right? You're just better than me. So that's not the case, and I don't feel that way when you have priority queue. The person that I will not mention is one of the people that can affect the economy of the game, right? By getting there first. And the problem runs in when you get disconnected. When you would go to a new zone, you would get disconnected and get logged into a queue that was 20,000 people long.
Wow.
So they have priority queue. They skip that line every single time. So they keep playing. By the time I was in Act 3, they were almost done with the campaign of the game. Because they just kept on leapfrogging everybody every single time they got disconnected. So the disconnects weren't a problem for them. That really pissed me off. And that I immediately stopped playing. I deleted my character and stopped playing the game and bought the MLB game. I was done. Then there was my initial thought was, okay, the economy's messed up because all the people got there that needed to get there first, right? It's done. I was right. Items were being duped, like duplicated, because the servers were so messed up. They duplicated so many items. It's ridiculous. I was really, really done. Then the streamer that will not be named equated getting in to play a video game online to life not being fair and kids in Africa or people in Africa not having drinking water, like clean drinking water. I go, dude, what? Hello?
Mm-hmm.
You are so disconnected from reality. It is insane. That's just one person. You can't fault the company for that. Well, today, I am stiff. Stiff below the waist because they all got fucking banned. Temporarily for the entire league. That person and all his little fucking minions and all the other little shit stains that were abusing the duplication stuff all got banned. I will be playing again.
Yay. I mean, is that a good thing?
What, that they got banned?
No, that you'll be playing again.
No, I'm going to play super casual. And I have a strict no, you're not getting any money from me policy this entire league. No money.
Okay.
Zero. I usually, every league I play, I buy their supporter packs. No thank you. Because you have to vote with your wallet. You can't say, and then when they come out with a new MTX or something, you go ahead and buy it. No, vote with your wallet. That's how these games are here. They're here to stay. Free to play games that, shovel microtransactions down your throat. Okay. Mm-hmm. Vote with your wallet. They do something you don't like, stop playing. Don't buy their stuff. Very simple. They'll learn. You can't say mean words to these people because it'll never get through. They'll just call you a hater. They'll say that you don't know what you're talking about. Right. Okay. I'm just not going to pay you. Whoa. What do you need? How can we serve you when they don't have any money? Or when money is not coming in? Because people need to eat. That's how you hurt them. With money. Or the lack of money. That was my kerfluffle. I feel really good about it because I was fuming, sitting there 8 hours not playing the damn game.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Rant over.
rant over. I feel good.
Well, welcome back.
Thank you. I'm like red. I'm like hot.
Fired up.
I'm fired up. Amazon canceled the Lord of the Rings MMO. And I think there was I don't know what happened specifically, but I know that Amazon Studios was contracting someone else. It was another studio, and I think that studio got bought out by Tencent. Tencent buys everything, right? Like they have 50, what was it? Like a 48% stake in like Epic Games or something like that. They have money. That's the company when you want to get your game published in China. That's where you go.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10. So yeah, this game is it's canceled for what seems to be like a business dispute. And I don't care. I was never gonna play this.
I might have played it. I don't know. That'd be a cool theme for an MMO. It's too bad. There was like no, it was an RPG. Remember the Lord of the Rings game?
I do not.
Okay, never mind.
Played anything like that.
Right. Well, yeah, too bad.
Too bad, too sad, don't care. The Amazon games that have had betas or released have all been like called back, canceled, or just absolute trash. I don't know. I'm sensing a theme here.
Amazon hasn't, yeah, they haven't like
really
pushed
done
out
it.
a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have this like Amazon development whole department, and they haven't done anything with it. It's strange.
Yeah. So, you know who Jeff Kaplan is?
I do. He's
Daddy
the
Jeff.
beloved, like head of Overwatch?
Yeah, so he was, quick history on him. He was a developer on World of Warcraft and then got pushed to make the successor to World of Warcraft, which was supposed to be, I think it was supposed to be called Titan or something like that. And that failed, and you got Overwatch for that. So they reused some of the assets for that game and made Overwatch. He's been the face of Overwatch for 5 years, basically. It's hard to believe that Overwatch is 5 years old, but
Right.
yeah, I think he's been like the guy to keep, Overwatch not being a microtransaction filled wasteland and trying to, keep the community engaged with the game and Overwatch League, but Overwatch League was turned into something completely different. I completely lost interest once it went off Twitch. Very hard to find content on YouTube. Live stream content. It's a little bit easier now, but when they were doing this is pretty rough.
Right.
Yeah, so he's leaving Blizzard, which is a big question mark on the development and like what's gonna happen with Overwatch 2, because I don't even know what Overwatch 2 is. The games are supposed to like run side by side, but Overwatch 2 is supposed to be like a enhancement of Overwatch 1 with like some PvE stuff and some changes. This is, in my opinion, goofy as hell. I don't know what's going on. And they didn't show anything last year at BlizzCon, so like Overwatch 2 is completely absent.
That's right. Where is it?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But usually when like game heads leave or directors leave, I don't remember the guy that was working on Hearthstone for a long time. He left and Hearthstone changed substantially. Almost, it's not even the same game that I remember. Is it bad? Like, did they make bad changes? I don't think so. At least from
Yeah.
like the surface level. Like, I know that they have like I think it's either Battlegrounds or something like that, where it's remember the auto chess phase?
Yes, you've told me about it.
Yeah, it's reminiscent of the auto chess phase, the TFT or whatever that League of Legends one is. It's very reminiscent of that. So who knows? We'll see. I wonder, what do you think he's gonna do now?
What if he goes and works for that like Heaven Dream, Dream Cloud, Heavenly Studios? Oh, what was the
Yeah,
name of
isn't
it?
that?
Isn't it Dream Cloud or something?
Yeah, I wanna say DreamWorks, but I know that's not true.
No, it's not DreamWorks.
I want to say, hmm, Morheim. Morheim?
No.
Who knows? Dreamhaven. Yes. Dreamhaven? Ring a bell?
Sure, sounds good.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
was close.
Maybe he was one of the original devs, or one of the first devs on World of Warcraft, so that's not entirely fantasy.
Yeah.
And they're gonna need all hands on deck.
What if Deej goes there too?
Nah, Deej is with Iron Galaxy.
Oh, that's right.
And I think he has a pretty comfy gig. Yeah, being
I
head
mean,
of communications, I mean, your job is pretty much
yeah,
locked down.
I agree.
Yeah. So,
Everyone's moving around.
yeah. That's one of the things about like getting a job in the gaming industry, is that you'll always have a job whenever you want it, unless you're like a
Hmm.
real piece of shit, you know, that gets twit longered. Um, yeah. So where do you want to go with this PlayStation stuff? We have a lot of PlayStation stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we do. Let me just mention real quick that Sony made Horizon Zero Dawn free. Play that shit if you get a chance.
Yeah,
It's a fun game.
and to add on to that, it is the complete edition, so it comes with, I think, their first DLC. Maybe there might be a second. I'm not entirely sure. Playable on PS4 and PS5. And even if you're waiting on a PS5 and you don't want to
Hmm.
get it, if you have a PlayStation account, download it, the app on your phone, sign into your PlayStation account. You could download this for free on your phone. So add it to your account so that you don't miss it. Because this is for a limited time. I think it's only for like a week or two. So
Yeah.
starting from the 19th, I think,
Yeah,
until
it's
the
limited.
24th.
Yeah.
So once you're seeing this, if you're listening to my voice right now and you want it, go download the app, add it to your library. You will have it whenever you're ready to get a PlayStation 5 or a PS4 or wherever the case may be. It'll be on your account. You're welcome.
Moi.
That was a little bit too much.
Kisses.
So we had a report that I forgot to put this in a few weeks ago, about Sony getting rid of the PlayStation Store on the Vita and the PS3.
Yeah.
I mean, I see, oh man, they don't even carry PS3 games or Vita games in the stores anymore. So where are people going to play these games? And do you know that like in third world countries, um PlayStation 3 and the Vita are like considered premium items and people still play them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I think it's very, US or like a developed country to be like, "Oh yeah, the new iPhone, blah 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 blah." Dude, the iPhone 7 in India is so expensive. If you convert their currency to get a, new iPhone 7, it's like $800. in US dollars to get an iPhone 7, which you can probably pick up for like $100, maybe.
I have an
So,
iPhone 8.
do you?
Yeah, the little one.
I think you have the SE.
Yeah.
It's in the iPhone 8 body. Yeah, you're right. But what do you think about that new mini iPhone?
I don't know. I would drop it.
Yeah, that's pretty scary.
I'm happy
Uh,
with my iPhone. I like this version.
cool. So yeah, they're going back on their word, and they're not canceling the PlayStation Store on the Vita and the PS3, because why would they? I mean, I don't think that it's taking up a lot of money, and they're probably going to still make some sales, especially on Vita games. I'm okay with this. So
Welcome back.
yeah, Days Gone. Have you ever heard of this game?
Yes, the like biker game. I watched some people play this like a dual stream, so it was funny.
So this game was supposed to be like the second coming of Christ
Mm-hmm.
after The Last of Us. It was supposed to be like in between The Last of Us and The Last of Us 2, and this was mega hyped. Um and there's a few things to talk about. One, it's not getting a sequel. It's free on PlayStation Plus this month, so if you want to play this for some reason, you can. I think
Okay.
it's okay to play for free. And the creative director or writer, whatever this guy's name is, he came out and said if you wanted a Days Gone sequel, and I quote, you should have bought the game at fucking full price. Yo, no wonder you're not getting
Jeez.
a sequel. They want you to work on something else. Because that is the most uncharming, uncharismatic response I've ever seen. Dude, your game is free on PlayStation. Sony is the publisher. What do you have to be mad about?
Right? Why are you so salty? Like, oh my goodness. Yeah, take it out on the people that did buy your game. That's
Right.
great.
From what I understand, that the game wasn't that great. And honestly, it's probably because it didn't live up to the hype. Not many games do, right? When they come in between. So yeah, he's just salty. And shaming people for wanting to get a deal on a game is such a shitty thing. Nobody wants to pay full price for these games, dude. There's
Yeah.
plenty of times where I've waited and waited and waited. Some games are just not worth the price. Like, who the hell is going to spend $200, $300 on a PC port of Kingdom Hearts? No. I'm going to wait till that shit comes on Steam, and then I'm going to wait for a spicy sale, and then maybe I'll think about it.
There you go. Budget conscious gaming.
Yeah, I don't like that shaming shit that people do. Anyway, we are done with the gaming stuff.
Canceled. Sorry.
Canceled. You watched a show?
I did. I watched The Nevers, the first episode. It was very good. Kind of a slow start, but it pays off.
Okay. What's the vibe you're getting?
Oh, it's very okay, for the first half of the episode until the very end. Um I thought it was Oksana from Killing Eve was like one of the heroines. She looks and like her movements, it just I was like, how is this not her? And it's not. It's another actress. So it just baffles me. So I'm just gonna pretend that it's Jodie Comer is her name from Killing Eve. Let's just pretend that it's her or her clone. But I like it a lot. The other heroine was in a few episodes of The Outlander that I saw. And I like that show. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm admitting I like that show, but yeah, I've watched quite a bit of that show. Anyway, she's really good. And so they actually have like British and um just English actors playing these roles. There's no like American clinking through the accent, which I like. So it probably means I need to watch it with subtitles. But it's very sci-fi and quirky, and I like it.
Okay.
Kind of like one of the girls is an inventor, and it's got this real like Tesla vibe. I like it.
Cool. See, what you said where you had to pretend a character was another person, that's exactly what I did with the dragon in Raya and the Last Dragon. The dragon is Rashida Jones to me. I that's it. That is Rashida Jones.
Ugh. I wish I didn't know the voice. I wish I didn't recognize it. Then I could just pretend. Anyway,
Oh,
we don't have to go back on this.
P.S. She's gonna be in a lot more movies, by the way, coming soon. I think she's in the Shang-Chi movie as well.
Boo.
Yeah. So what are the plans? Are we gonna watch the show The Nevers on a weekly basis? Because it is on HBO if you want to watch along with us.
Yeah, what if we talk about the first 2 episodes in 3 weeks, or
So the
I
plan
don't know,
is
whatever you want to do.
Anthony Mackie and the Winter Linguini is ending
Mm-hmm.
this Friday. So the next week's episode we're gonna talk about the finale. So in about 2 weeks we could fully. Do you want to recap it, like the 3 episodes?
Sure.
All right, so we'll talk about the Linguini next week, and then we'll recap the first 3 episodes the following week, and then we'll go through that show on a weekly basis because it does come out on Monday right before we record, so that is dope. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna watch the first 2 episodes. I've been super busy and haven't had any time to do anything other than breathe and eat nuggets and
Inhale nuggets.
yeah. So we're gonna be watching that. I hope you guys enjoy it or watch along with us.
Yeah.
That's always fun.
You gotta
Um,
watch it. Like there's some really cool moments if you like sci-fi and fantasy. Give it a try. There's like time travel and crazy inventions, and
really,
I won't tell you anymore.
is the okay? How would you explain the production value? Is it up there? Is it Game of Thrones levels or not there yet?
Yeah, so far the effects,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Love to see what you think.
All right. Because this is the show that I told you about. I saw a preview for, and the reason why I looked at it and gave it a gander is because my girlfriend's into like all that fantasy fairy shit. So yeah, I wanted to suggest it to her, so she'll probably be watching along with us.
There's
Which is
no
cool.
fairies so far, just really scary. Like, did you ever watch never mind. I'm not
Gremlins?
gonna tell you anymore. No, it's the Golden Compass. I was like, the Amber Spyglass, that's next. But the Golden Compass had these things called the Gobblers that would kidnap children. So it has this like really terrifying like band of children swipers.
Thanks.
Indeed.
So again, normally in this spot we talk about the movie that we watched during the week, but we didn't. So 42 again is postponed. The Discord link again is on the website lowerbitrate.com. Join the Discord. There's a ton of other stuff there. It's just not 2 channels where you could talk to us and then we do the movie stuff. There's more stuff there. No tasteful nudes anymore. That's gone. RIP. But there's
We had to
more fun
clean up.
stuff. Yeah, we had to clean our
Clean
image.
up for Discord. Oh, squeaky clean.
So yeah, next week again, reminder, we're going to be watching Mortal Kombat, the remaster, remake, who knows what it is. I'll be trying something different on the Instagram, so go follow the Instagram. You'll get a reminder pretty soon about the movie night that I'm still working on. That it's going to be very difficult for me to produce because I'm doing it on an iPad because I'm an absolute idiot. So come laugh at me. Monday, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Every single Monday. Unless it's like this Monday and it doesn't happen. So
That never happens though.
only twice.
Look, things come up every once in a while,
It
but we've
happens.
had a really good streak.
Yes. Okay, so The Falcon and Winter Soldier, if you don't want to be spoiled, leave. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so you were on the fence about this show for a while now. What did you think about this
Oh,
episode?
yeah, I thought the show was such a snoozer. And then, for the most part, and then this episode hits me. Loved it. Did not fall asleep. Stayed awake for the whole thing. I thought it was great. And I know I'm not alone in that. Like, this episode was very good and exciting.
It was a banger. It was a banger of an episode. Um, I was wondering where they were gonna go at the very end because you don't make, Captain America kill somebody in front of a whole bunch of people and don't have any repercussions of it. So now I understand where they're going from, like where they're coming from and what they were trying to do with the show. I get it, 100%. The Baron Zemo storyline kind of got cut short because again, it was started in a movie, and he just kind of disappeared into the dust, and we never saw him again until 5 years later, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So they pretty much wrapped his story in this episode for the most part, at least for now. And I like that. Also, I do I so I'm going to rewatch the first 4 episodes again. I don't know
Oh.
when, but I'm gonna try to watch them in one sitting. So I'm gonna be sitting here for like 4 or 5 hours because I want to get the feel for like where they were going, like what they were going for. Because this show is a little bit weak to me. It doesn't have that. Besides the last episode, episode 4, they didn't have that Dragon Ball Z, like next time on Dragon Ball Z type shit where I'm like, damn, I gotta see this. You know what I mean?
Right?
And they had that last episode, and they had that this episode as well. WandaVision had that throughout the whole entire series. I was like, what the fuck is going on? What's gonna happen next time? There was always something. So this show is a little bit different in that aspect. But again, this is basically a show to set up Sam Wilson as Captain America in a slower paced setting rather than him just showing up. You know what I mean? Give it a little bit more oomph. Make you care about him a little bit more. Because they don't have the luxury anymore of just popping someone in. That's, another version of a character in a movie, right? So it worked with Captain America, it worked with Iron Man, and it worked with Thor because these were all characters that people wanted to see for the first time. And so people were showing up to see them. I don't think that Anthony Mackie would have that same effect. And again, it boils down to the Benjamins, right? So I like what they're doing here. Having a little bit of rapport with the MCU audience, a little bit of a downtime, a little bit of an in between with a show that accomplishes a little bit more than I think a movie would. Because there's a little bit more, well, there's way more content. There's like 3 movies worth of content here just in minutes, right? So yeah, I'm here. The Torres guy, they're setting him up to be the Falcon. 2 thumbs up on that one. I don't quite know where Bucky's going.
Oh, I didn't even pick up on that. Okay, I thought that moment was him being like, I'm done with the wings, and that was the end of it.
Yeah, because he was working on the wings, right? So he was like, take them. I don't need them. You know what I mean? But
Okay.
that's my theory on this, that he's going to become the new Falcon because they're giving him a little bit too much screen time. You know what I mean? Like they're giving him a lot of screen time. This Torres character. I'm okay with this. But Sam Wilson has to become Captain America at some point. I really like the what did you think of the Wakanda stuff?
Yeah, on board for Wakanda stuff. 100%. Give
Same.
me more.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I am.
They can appear anytime, anywhere. I support it. No questions asked. They can just appear, unplug Bucky's arm, and then disappear. I would be on board. That's hilarious shit.
Yeah, she shut that shit down like a toaster. That thing was useless, which is cool. Um, see,
I like it.
I don't quite know where Bucky's going, but let's talk about the Captain America character right now. So, yes, he's not supposed to be Captain America. This John Walker guy.
Yeah, because he's awful.
Yes, but there's you know what they're setting him up to be, right?
A bad guy.
Uh, they're setting up to be a character called U.S. Agent.
Oh,
So he is he's I don't know, is he an anti-hero or something? I don't know what he is. I'm not super familiar with him, but he's been a character for a very long time, since 1986.
so
So
they're gonna give him a redemption arc?
I don't think I don't think he's a good guy.
No.
Yeah, I don't think he's a good guy. But he's like the anti Captain America, like the guy that'll do anything. Like they showed this in the show. Like he's willing to kill. He's angry. He has the super soldier serum in his body, and he
And
has
he lied too to the parents about that the killer was dead. Remember? He was
yeah
like, at least his killer is dead. Bullshit.
yeah. So yeah, they're pretty much setting him up to be the U.S. agent character, which is canon because that's who he is in the comics as well.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing that, I can see what they were going for. He needs to have a rise and he needs to have a fall. And I can pretty much forgive all of the shortcomings of the character and of how they introduced him as Captain America because I really didn't like that. Only because he just didn't fit. But that makes sense now. So I was wrong. It is pretty cool knowing everything. Well, most of the stuff. I don't know where Bucky's going though. That's the only question mark that I have from this one. But I did like the buddy cop stuff. What did you think about the buddy cop stuff?
I liked it a lot. Something that we're not mentioning too is they talk a lot about race. Like again, what it means to be black in America. And I liked it. I liked that they didn't dodge it. I liked that they even showed Bucky's ignorance and he was like, wow, I didn't know that. So they had the, miseducation of Bucky going on. And that was like the audience, I felt like, whereas like through Bucky's eyes was like, whoa,
Yeah.
I didn't necessarily know this. Like, wow, what a different perspective and experience from mine. So I liked it a lot how they did it. Not that my opinion on it matters, but I like that they didn't dodge it.
Yeah. But also like the opinion on if it was tasteful or cheesy we can have. And I think it was well done. Sometimes when the themes like this pop into shows, they lay it on real thick. But I think this one was because there was little moments speckled throughout the show.
Mm-hmm.
But the two big moments were when they first met up with Isaac and he
Mm-hmm.
fucking yeeted that cup or whatever he did into the wall. And he was he was upset. And I think in Sam's mind that he feels because remember Steve Rogers he was frozen for a very long time, and they were
Mm-hmm.
experimenting on people, and he was the only one that the serum stuck. And they experimented on him. So the mental turmoil that this guy has, and probably like the deep seated hatred that he has for these people, he can't really say anything, right? Because he's a ghost. He's someone else.
Mm-hmm.
He's not the same person that he was, and by all accounts, that person is dead. Um, and I like the way they handled it because, again, Sam Wilson feels some sort of like he doesn't want to be Captain America. It should go to someone who is, more worthy, and I guess he tries to give him the shield, give Isaac the shield, and he's like, dude, I don't want that shit.
Yeah. That represents nothing but, horrible pain and trauma for me.
Right.
Get that shit out of my house.
Yeah. So it's two different perspectives, like the old school and the new school, and there has
Mhm.
to be some type of compromise. Like someone has to take that leap, right? Like you could say to your blue in the face that they will never accept a black Captain America, but you won't truly know until someone does it, right? So
Right. It's also you're right. It's the old versus new, but we needed a moment to like pause and reflect on what exactly happened while our heroes were frozen or absent. And I think it's important to know the history. And that's cool to be able to like learn some like superhero history, go backwards in the timeline and hear it told from a unique perspective, from a voice we don't hear from. And I think that's important. And, Anthony Mackie's character, the Falcon, needed to hear that, and the audience needed to hear it.
yeah, because they don't truly know, right? Like it's one thing to assume, but he just, I guess he had it in him that he really needed to know, like what was going on. Because the shield means so many different things to so many different people. It is a symbol of like oppression. It is a symbol of division for the Flag Smashers. It's a symbol of like his past for Bucky. And it's a symbol for like hope because Anthony Mackie's character, Sam Wilson, he experienced like the golden years of Steve Rogers. Like they were really, really good friends. And Bucky and Sam are friends by proxy, right? So they don't really have that special relationship. So that's why they have a differing opinion. And also, Bucky's like 100 and something years old. So there's going to be very different, like very big differences on what that shield means. But I love the way that they morphed this like very current and serious topic into something that can be explained in like superhero terms, but also people who feel this way or have felt this way on both sides, people that are ignorant or who have experienced it and like, dude, you just don't get it, right? They could relate to this on some level, even if it's on like a surface level or on very simple terms, they could at least agree on something or come to an understanding. And I think that this show, for the small little moments that they've done, they did it very well. I will golf claps for you. So I'm cool. So we still have a couple more questions, right?
Yeah.
What was in that damn box? It. Oh man, I hate when they do that. I love when they do that, but I hate when they do that. When they like leave you wanting more.
Yeah.
What's in the box? Looking at you, the movie
Oh,
Seven. Have you seen that
yeah.
movie Seven?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. What's in the box? That is the famous last words.
It's in
So
the box. Sorry.
so we have that question. We have what is what. So we got planted some seeds, um, for Bucky to redeem himself or be of service to the people that he's harmed in the past. And the Asian man in the very beginning of the show, I think he's gonna help him or do something. I don't know. I think there's gonna be like a really emotionally charged moment where he just basically comes clean and like, yo, dude, I murdered your son in cold blood. I'm sorry. I think that's gonna happen. Carly is gearing up for something in New York. So we're bringing it back to New York. Everything happens in New York. LOL. Sam Wilson has been training. He's been eating that shield like it's nobody's business.
Like a pinball machine.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. It's also very interesting to see how someone who doesn't have the super soldier serum reacts to that shield being, boomerang back. Now
Yeah.
his whole body, like, the whole momentum, like, pushes his body.
He was like already in good shape too. And then he got like jacked,
He had to get
like,
more jacked. Yeah.
yeah, to
Um,
handle it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
because
that. The like Rocky training scenes, you know, you're like, yeah, give us the montage.
yeah, like the whole thesis for when you really think about it, the thesis for like the Captain America character, right, is you could be big, you could be buff. The whole story about Steve Rogers is that he jumped on the grenade when everybody else ran, and he jumped on the grenade, meaning that he was a selfless person. He didn't possess. He was like 4 something, like 4'11" or something like that. He didn't possess anything of value on a combat perspective, but that's what the doctor looked for. And I think that Sam Wilson is trying to embody that. Like, I don't need the super soldier serum to be Captain America. Captain America is not some elite killing machine. Captain America is an idea, and that idea can change and be morphed into what society deems fit, or if society needs to change to see a certain thing, like, I don't know, very low hanging fruit, a black president, right? Who would have thought to see that? That's 70 years old. I've seen people mostly say, I never would have thought of seeing that in my lifetime, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I really like this show now, really really do. I was kind of on the fence, like
Me too.
but I think they really, these last 2 episodes, and I hope the 6th episode is chef's kiss, but we shall see. But we still have a lot of more questions. Is Torres going to be the Falcon? What's in that damn box, Sam Wilson? Bucky, how are you going to redeem yourself? What is Carly going to do? And then, who the fuck is the power broker? Hello? We've seemed to have forgotten about that, but I do think it's that lady. She is
Fontaine.
Yeah. I think she is very sus right now. She was on that phone.
Oh, I love that it's Julia Louis-Dreyfus too. She killed it.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, she was on that phone like she was running shit. You know what I mean? And that George Pierre guy. He's an MMA fighter, I believe. He's always funny to see in these shows. I think he was in the Winter Soldier, the second Captain America movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to see them bring him back, though. Gives a little
Very
bit of
nice.
gives them like some continuity to it. Like, ooh, I remember him. You know?
Yeah, it contributes to your immersion.
Yes, my immersion is intact. So that's
like
it for me on this week.
Yeah, I really liked it a lot. Can't wait for next week. I wish they had been swinging heavy plot like this earlier in the season, but that's okay. Anyway,
I think it's worth a rewatch. See how it flows together. That's what I'm mainly looking for. I want to see how it flows.
it flows right into my nap time. Let me tell you.
Okay. All right.
Something very important, that we have not mentioned is I would just like to say happy 420. We're recording on Tuesday, April 20th.
Oh, yeah. Let's speak about that. So there's a guy in, I think, Union Square, which is about 14th Street.
I was wondering if you saw that. Yeah.
He was handing out joints to people who have been vaccinated.
For jabs. Yeah. Which I think is a great way to, that's why what I mean when I celebrate 420 is like there is positivity. And I think, yes, marijuana is a drug, should be used responsibly, but it's medicine to many, many people around the world. And so it's important. There's good things it does. Yep. Anyway, also, it gets you high.
Yeah, but you don't actually need to get high. It's called CBD oil. Look it up.
I used some today on my painful neck. Oh, I'm old. Well, thanks everybody for listening to this episode, number 70 of Lower Bitrate. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.